Hello and welcome to another attempt to actually get off the first map. Because I've had this game a month now and I still haven't got off the first map, and I've actually got quite a few hours in it as well. So I think I should kind of know what I'm doing, but I just keep losing. I'll just quickly show you the that's my best score, obviously at top there. That was quite recent. Yeah, it's just it. Basically, I think the game's too hard, and the only way you can get off the first map is to beat it on 100%. And I'm just gonna quickly show you the settings in case you haven't realised that and wondering why you get. I've had a win on lesser percents, like 22% or something like that. Even then, there were a lot of zombies, a hell of a lot of them. Anyway, I'll show you what there's only a survival game with this. Yeah, we want to continue. That's when I basically gave up on that one. So it's 100 days map. I've got no option on. Infected population is medium, and it says it's challenging. Well, I'd say it's extremely hard. I don't know where they get challenging from. It's kind of, I'm just going to start it. It's like they've designed the game so you've got to constantly pause it, and I don't know why you'd do that. And I also don't know why you'd have this stupid thought about it, Iron Man mode, because that makes it hard. I don't, I want to play the game. I've paid to play a game, and I'm stuck on first map here because, for whatever reason, whether I'm not good enough or the game's too hard, whichever it is, it doesn't matter what reason it is, I'm still stuck on map 1. Because I can't get past it. And I don't care if it's because I'm useless at game. I play games to enjoy them, not so that I can tell everyone how good I am at them and boast. I use the keyboard, but it's quite difficult because I've got a microphone in front of me, so it'll be mostly mouse I'm going to be using. So this is yet another starting position. I'll pause it. It never seems to be the same twice. It's similar, but it's not the same. And there you can see I've got a bunch of trees that I've got immediate access to. This lake here, so I should be okay for food, and that little lake there, and some more trees over there, which you can see I've got the energy grid up. I've got access to them straight away, and I've got a bit of stone here, so I'll be able to make a soldier centre. But you can see the rest of it's dark, and so I'll just send these off. Okay, I always do.
What? Roger that. Oh, here we go again.
And this won't be a complete video. I wouldn't subject you to that. I got up to, I think on this 100%, I got to about, I think it was day 80 something or other, I can't remember. And then I'd survived all the other waves up until then, and then this massive wave had turned up, and I just didn't stand a chance. It was just like it came from nowhere. So you've got to really over-engineer your base. But unfortunately, for me, I'm finding it hard because I'm running out of space all the time. Every time you want extra units, you've got to have extra population,
Are you sure?
and it takes up space. And you need the resources, and then you need energy and food, and it all just takes up more and more space, and you end up with a really cramped base, and it's harder and harder to defend because you want to put defense in, but that's taking up sort of valuable space that you would want for population or some other building that you'd want. I'm trying to avoid growing on this lighter green area there. Well, that's just force of habit, really. I should imagine that I'll be building on all that, but that's the only good farmland you've got when you research farms. And you've got to keep this clear as well for when you need the oil. So I'll just stick three tents down. And if you've played this, you'll realise it takes mere seconds for one single zombie to get into one tent, and then create another. I think it's 4 zombies come out of one tent, and then it's pretty much game over if you don't have a load of soldiers. But it can still be game over if you have got a load of soldiers. If they're over a long way from this building, and the zombies get at that, then it's game over. And there will be a lot of them by the time they've gone through all your tents and houses.
What? Okay.
You see, it's tempting to start killing all these, but
Roger that.
I found it's not always the best.
Gotcha.
But I mean, look how many there is. It's ridiculous.
Whatever you say.
And they're already
As long
wandering.
as you pay
Oh,
me.
setting up patrols
Yes, tell me.
is pretty essential.
Quick.
You see, that's a weird thing that happens. Look, it's not drawing properly as well. Look, you see how it's just keeping it in shadow.
Are you sure?
There's been some updates for this, and most of them you can't tell what it is, but the best update that they've had is that I'll just pause it while I'm working out what to do next. The best update that they've had is that when the controller turns itself off, it doesn't freeze the game. You know, it doesn't stop the game and make you reconnect your controller to play it. They've actually fixed that. And that always, on the 150-day maps, that always seemed to coincide with a wave of zombies coming. So it added an extra level of frustration to it. It was somewhat interesting that happened. All of a sudden, the whole game would pause. You had to reconnect your controller, and it was quite often. And if you leave your controller, you'll realise it doesn't really stay on by itself long.
As long as you pay me. Great.
They're good. The like minigun towers
Roger that.
save you quite a lot then, but you don't get them on. You don't get them. They're not available to you till you're on like your second level of technology. I'm just gonna set a patrol up here
Gotcha. What? Roger that.
just to cover this bit.
Great.
Your soldiers obviously get veterancy levels and stuff like that, and they become elite units, and they're actually much better.
No, I'm just kidding.
But still, when there's a lot of zombies, it don't make any difference how elite your soldiers are. If you don't have enough of them, you're finished. And not only that, if you don't have enough of them in the right place, you're
Are you
finished.
sure?
There's a... Oh, it tells you what they are. Dwelling of Doom. And if you get too close, you get a load of zombies coming out at you, which is... At this stage of the game, that's not what I wanted, but end of me.
Yeah.
So there's some nice little bottlenecks here that we can be looking at, so I'll just pause it again. Because I'm going to have to... I've rambled on a bit, I should have actually built some stuff by now. 7, 8, 10. Always go with a bigger number. So that's my food sorted out for the time being. I hadn't really worked out how to place the houses yet. What's the best way? Because the map's so cramped, you've basically got to stick them where you can, and units can't walk through them. They walk around them like that. So you know you're blocking off map basically. This is quite a well protected map. Fish and food supply +3, iron reserves +10. You see, I'm not sure what that iron reserves +10 does, so I'm just going to go for food. It doesn't seem to make it. I've done that with the iron reserves, etc. It doesn't seem to make any difference at all. Or not. If it does, I can't tell what difference it is.
Roger that. What?
I'll just get this to patrol here.
Gotcha.
Direction. Anything that comes round here has got to come down this way to get into here. So that hopefully that'll be suitable. Where's my soldier? He's the only like floating unit I've got. Well, I just hit my microphone. Hope that didn't make too much of a noise. It'd have been nice to have done most of maps by now and then trying it on harder levels, but the so-called normal 100% isn't, in my opinion, normal. It's extremely hard.
For the humans!
Or at least I'm finding it extremely hard, which actually makes it extremely hard, really, if you think about it. I need to get at that properly. Oh, there's another one of them guns there. Could be very handy. There's no substitute for soldiers, though, and walls. Walls are the best thing, really, but then you end up walled in. You see, and you'd expand to them, and you then have to really plan your next expansion. But if you don't wall yourself in, you're not going to survive long.
Do you need me?
I've seen some strategy guides on it, and they say don't turtle down and stuff. You know, like a turtle putting its head in its shell, and I disagree with that. You know, we've built walls for years to keep people out, and it works. That's why we use walls. And in this game, the walls work, but only for a limited amount of time. So you got to get your soldiers to them, or have static defences. But static defences are not infallible. You'll find. You see, you've got to sort of plan a little bit ahead. I've got 13 workers, and I've got 18. Energy and 49 food, but that soon whittles down when you start building things. It really does. I want some stone. It's gonna have to be there or there. I'll just go there because it's a bit further down. There's metal up here, that's good. I need wood as well. So that's a bit of a bit. I'll go with. I'll have to put the tower there so I can get the one that has 9 rather than. That's. I don't like having that tower there. I'll have to just do it a bit shorter. I won't be able to fix these up until I have the amount of population that I need and the energy that I need as well. These executor towers that need to be repaired before they'll work. They've also got to be on your energy grid. And I need to start thinking about getting soldiers as well, so... You want the resources, you know, you get greedy for resources, but if you concentrate on them solely, you'll really badly suffer.
Attention. Building completed. Our buildings are being attacked.
See, brilliant. Already here, look, we got this. It's under attack now. Where's my...
At your service.
By the time they get there,
Attention.
it's probably going to be lost.
The infection
Yeah.
is spreading across the colony.
See, this is what you're up against all the time. Now this bit's open down here.
Building complete.
I mean, it'll take them a long time to get in, but you know. And now I've got to fix that, which takes some of the resources that I've just,
Commander.
you know, I've just had to get. and it's like rinse and repeat. It's constant. There's a
Try to
constant.
break into the buildings.
There's a constant trickle of them. But now it's here now, you see? This really, really annoys me.
What do you
I don't even know. How have they even got there? Where did they come from?
Roger that.
I had a patrol up there. Unless I just didn't notice
They
them.
are infecting our buildings.
Orders, sir. Let's go.
The colony is
To be honest with you, I'm glad this is happening because it's highlighting exactly what I'm talking
our
about.
forces are in danger.
Which, basically, it's still flipping
Into
hard.
the buildings.
And this is just constant.
Our buildings are being attacked.
Where? I can't even see where our buildings are being attacked.
Do you need me?
It's here, somewhere here. Look, I can't even see it.
Great idea, sir.
The colony is under attack.
Oh, there it is, look.
All right.
They stood there while that were doing that and didn't do anything. And there's another one coming now. The game just runs you ragged. And all this time I'm trying to concentrate on you know, on my resources, and you've got to contend with this all the time.
Okay.
And it's supposed to be fun.
Waiting on orders. Let's go.
Oh man. I'm actually starting to lose patience with this game, as you may or may not be able to tell. I mean, a month playing a game to get nowhere, in my opinion, is pretty ridiculous.
Do you need
And not only that, I've only accessed a quarter of the game,
Come on.
so it's not really good. I've played it a lot, but a lot of it's just been frustrating. You think you're doing all right, and then you're not, because you end up, you know, you're finished. Be quite critical where you put these towers as well, as you don't want to leave out if you can help it. I mean, you know, some resource that you need, you don't want to leave, is what I mean.
Attention. Building complete.
Like, here we go, another one's coming.
Attention. Building complete.
Yeah, it's never ending, and soon there'll be an attack, you see. And because I've sort of dragged my heels a little bit in this. I've usually got a soldier centre by now, but I need more energy, so I'm gonna have to concentrate on that, because well, I'm gonna need it basically. I doubt I'll survive an attack without a soldier centre and soldiers. And it won't be long before there is one. At least it gives you a clue which direction it's coming from, which is possibly their concession to make it easy. I don't know where this mentality's come from, where you have limited save options, and they have this Iron Man mode. They did it with Stellaris, and that basically ruined that game. You could play it with saves, but you couldn't, you know. It was obviously they didn't want you to do that because you couldn't have any achievements if you wanted them,
Commander?
which is just, to me, that's just a pretty childish concept. You
Great
know,
idea,
you're basically
sir.
imposing your will on your player base, aren't you? Why would you do that? Don't you want your players to enjoy playing your games, or is it? It's not like it's some manly challenge, is it? But that you can complete a game, or get a good score. There's nothing macho about that, is there?
Of
Or
course,
there's no to show
my
off
commander.
about. I don't think there is. Some people are better at these things than others. I'm quite good at driving games, and I'm usually all right at strategy games.
All right.
But you know that you have leaderboards in
Perfect.
the driving games. There's no leaderboards in this.
For the colony.
I don't care who else in the world's got a score. You know, this is one of them games that you're playing solo, isn't it? You know, I'm not in competition with anybody at all, other than the game. But the game's determined to make itself appear hard by limiting your save options and just
Alright.
constantly trolling you, which is what this game basically does, isn't it? I mean, it's a good game balance if you want to play a really hard game, if you know what I mean. But it's sort of artificially hard, isn't it? Well, all games are artificially hard, but it's artificially hard in that you can't. You've got to start from scratch every time you get killed, or rather, every time you lose, you got to literally start from scratch again. There's no way that I can get all this boring bit out of the way. You know, I could have a real good build-up, this isn't being a good build-up, but you can do a real good build-up where you've got all resources in right places, right from start. Sometimes you've got access to all the resources, rather than having to expand out to them, like I've had to expand here to iron, and up to a point I had to expand to get a decent amount of stone. Sometimes you've got to expand out to get wood. So that's a really hard start when that happens. So not all starts are similar, and then on top of that, you know, you can't save your game, etc. It's just built up to just turns into a proper bunch of no fun. And they need to think about that, because I probably won't buy another game like this now. Certainly not from this company. I can't remember who they are, you know what I mean? And it says every time it loads, but I'm just not interested. And if their games come up and I see their name, I'm probably going to avoid them,
Any orders?
because I don't like this kind of attitude to your customers, where you basically lock your game off behind a sort of artificial wall of hardness. And maybe I'm being too harsh, or maybe it's just that I don't know how to play, but either way it's locked off to me, isn't it? And I've paid the same money as anyone else has, yet I've got less access because I can't do what's required of the game for whatever reason. Maybe it's because I'm an idiot, who knows? But either way, it's not letting me do it, is it? It's time to start building walls. Because there's no way I can really defend this with 4 soldiers. Or 5 soldiers even. The walls just buy you a bit of time, don't they? Down here should be an easy place as well to put some wall. I'm just going to put some here just to tide me over. I'll leave that bit of map open. There's no point in trying to keep that.
You again.
They can't get round here, so I might as well just close it off here, because I won't be expanding into this part for ages yet, so I might as well just wall it off. Right, what do I need? I need to build a soldier centre as soon as possible. So I need more population. There's some funny sound effects in it. It always sounds like someone shouting "Dad," and it sounds like my daughter used to sound when I was a kid. Sorry, when she was a kid. And it's really weird because every time I hear it, I think it's Sally shouting me. And I think it's just a sound effect, but that's what it sounds like. Right, I need to. That should enable me to build that soldier centre when them houses are built. I might be able to close this area off as well.
Our defenses are being attacked.
See, that didn't take long, did it?
A new test.
Now you're no good there, are you? Oh, there, look. Oh, look at that. Look where they sneaked through there. I just spotted that. There's a gap there.
You are gonna pay me for this, right?
The
My
walls are under
road
attack.
is ready.
Attention. Building completed.
And it just by coincidence they seem to do it
You call that
like
a plan?
in synchronization. You know what I mean? Like that they came this way and then they came that way. No, I didn't know that.
Better be
They
good.
are attacking the colony defenses.
You order, you pay.
Oh, fancy that. I can get right
Gotcha.
down there. I had no idea.
Okay.
That has happened before, to be honest with you, but I'd never noticed it. I noticed it that time. I'll build a soldier centre now. I'm going to have to just block that off.
You again. Are you sure? Okay.
They are trying to break into the buildings.
Where? Where are they trying to break into the buildings? Oh my god, it's right there. I never even saw it.
Being attacked.
That's probably end of game.
Ready and waiting.
Great.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
What? Gotcha.
The colony is under attack.
You call that a plan?
Our colony is succumbing to the infection. Units under attack. Attention. Building
Come on.
completed.
Come on, you're just standing there, shoot him!
Bring him on.
They are trying to break into the buildings.
Now where? Trying to break into the
Our
buildings.
buildings are being attacked.
Tell me.
Yeah, here we are. Here we are. There's a load of them.
Great ideas, sir.
29 minutes. 29 minutes I've been playing this. Well, no, it's not 29. I was setting it up on that.
All right.
Yeah, it's starting to really, really annoy me. Is this now?
Our defenses
But
are being
I get fed up with games. Like even really good games, you know, you just get fed up with them, and all of a sudden I just don't ever play it again. And this one's heading that way.
attacked.
I just don't have enough.
Yeah.
They are trying to break through.
Can't even tell where they're at. Oh, they're here
Okay.
again.
They are attacking the colony.
Yeah. I can hear
Our
them.
defenses are being attacked.
Oh, it's up here now.
Yes.
I mean, you can't even see them, can you?
Ready.
And I don't have enough units to
What?
The
Okay.
walls are under attack.
to really combat them. See, there's some strange behaviour from these people as well. They still won't go through the gates. You know, the general population won't go through them gates. Look at that, I've lost the wall already. She stood there shooting at them. And it's just taken so long to kill them. I'm going to have to now rebuild the
My bow
wall.
and arrows are ready.
And this just chips away at you all the time as well. And it just, to be honest with you, it starts really getting on my nerves. Which it is at the moment. It's properly annoying me.
My bow and arrows are ready.
Yeah, I just had to make a note of where I think I swore.
Colonies under attack.
That's because I don't have that on my channel. Look, he's standing there, look at that, and he just stood there. He didn't even have to move, did he? He just stood there and they just got that.
Perfect.
That's pathetic. I'm sure that didn't used to do that.
My bow and arrows are ready.
What's this set to
Your
do?
service.
You can stand there like an idiot. Is that what your settings are now?
Great idea.
Well, they're just
sir.
constantly shuffling round this area.
All right.
You have to just set him to patrol. It's the only way you can be sure that they're actually going to do what you want them to do. I mean, you saw that. He just stood there and he didn't have to really move to shoot that zombie. He just stood there. I don't understand why I can't fix this. Oh, because I need iron. That's why. And I can't have iron because I need more workers. So-
This better be good. Great idea. No, I'm just kidding.
Infected under
Here we go.
attention.
Dozens of infected in here. They're coming from the south, which is my most open part, isn't it? Here, this area.
What? Yeah.
Is everything okay?
A new task.
It's quite good how that sort of ambient noise goes,
What's
isn't
up?
it? When
Any
the
infected around? This better
you know
be
when
good.
the zombies are coming.
Great. Is that all? So boring.
See, there's the dot down here. Down this area of the map, you can't see them though because the.
Just guide me to the infected.
I
Waiting
need
on
all
orders.
these.
Just tell me what to do. Come on. Perfect.
Our forces are in danger.
Our forces are in danger where? Yeah, of course they are, because there's a load coming from the south now, and now they've decided to come from this direction as well. And then I should imagine there'll be some from here, so I'll be running round.
Our soldiers are in trouble.
What?
Do
Now,
you need me?
I don't know how close they are now. Quite
All
close.
the way.
They are trying to break into the buildings.
Where? Oh my.
That will be easy.
See, that's fantastic. I've lost.
Our buildings.
I think I've lost. Yeah, I think that's it.
On your orders.
I'll be lucky to
Units under
be
attack.
lucky to survive this. I'm sure that
All the
lots
way.
of people give me a lot of criticism for whatever reason, but you know, this is how it is. This is my experience of the game, and I'm not really very happy about it. This is too hard, in my opinion.
Colony is under attack.
And it's unnecessary that you've got to lock your game. You know, why should I have to win to get the next map? It doesn't make any sense. I've seen this lost screen so many times now. It's not even funny anymore. But you can see from the scores, I've actually had some quite good games, but I still got beaten. So I've obviously got better at it. But now a month's practice enough to get past the first map. What? 3,113. And I didn't win. Score factor 100%. But the rest of them, let's see, 10% I won. 3% I won. That should really be enough, shouldn't it? I put a lot of time into the game. That should be enough to unlock the next map. But for some reason, it's still locked. Why would you do that to people that are buying your game? Oh, all locked. All of it's still locked. I've played on that Peaceful Lowlands on the when you can do Challenge of the Week, and that still crashes as well. It did do last time I played it. If I go to start game, I can start the game, but if I come out and save the game and then go back to it, it crashes it, if you know what I mean. So you've got to do it all at once, and you can only do it once as well, which is another one of these stupid Iron Man crap things, isn't it, that they keep doing. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's a game for us to enjoy, not something that we endure. And whoever you are that's made this, you've annoyed me, and I probably won't be buying your games anymore. Anyway, that's enough of my ranting. And if you've watched, thanks very much. Sorry it's been so negative, but I just can't get past that, and I doubt I'm going to even bother much more. I've got better things to do with my time. Mind you, there is a bit of a game drought at the moment, isn't it? Isn't it dire? Nothing's come out that's any good. This is like the summer release as far as I can see. This and that Age of Summit Planetfall, which looks absolutely dross. I won't even think about buying that, even if it was only like £5. I don't think I'd bother with it. It just looks awful, and I bet there isn't a good mouse control with it either. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye bye.